Today I want to talk about something that completely changed the way I look at my finance and purchases. Not in a restrictive way, in a freeing way. Have you ever felt like your money is disappearing without even knowing where it went? This is for you. I use a simple system that helps me to stay intentional, calm, and clear in my purchases. It is a 3-step system, plus one important mindset shift. So anyone can do it. First, let's talk a bit about organizing our purchases. Organizing our purchases is the most effective way that we can manage our finance. It will finally make us think what is important and what is not. And the best thing is when you're writing it down. Once you write down your priorities, you will understand that things that you thought were priorities turns out they are not. And these are exactly the areas where we need to target first. It's the everyday items that we buy, the little upgrades here and there. They slip so easily in our attention and in our wallet spending habit, because we're not organizing our purchases by categories. And by figuring out the categories, you can make more intentional purchases. So let's dive into that. The first category that I have is priority. Everything that is urgent or necessary is in that category, such as bills, saving, rent, debt payment, everything that occurs on a weekly or monthly basis. These are your non-negotiable things. Second, we have important. These are the things that you're saving up for or your goals, such as taking a trip, making a course, anything else that has also to do with your personal growth. They matter, but they are not urgent. Often we have specific intention and set time periods on how we're going to achieve these. And for the last one is low priority or normal. These are our lifestyle spendings, shoes, clothes, bits and pieces that we want to upgrade in our day-to-day life, or just things that we overall want. On its own, they are not bad. But the main thing is that they are not hindering us from pursuing our priority list. As long as that one will keep on track, we're fine. Moving on to point number 2 is waiting period. The waiting period has not only saved me so many times money, but also time to think about it. It's truly a work of art to embrace waiting on its own. Let me give you a real life example. When I moved into my current apartment, we didn't have a study desk. So what I used was our dining table. It worked perfectly fine for my little admin that I had to do and my husband's study time. But later down the line, I changed my job. Things mixed up a little bit. I did some courses, but also had the opportunity to work from home, which meant now 2 people are using the desk. We had here and there more clutter. It just got unorganized and it truly annoyed us. That's when we knew we had to get a study desk, which is the one behind you. And what I want to tell you with that story is I am embracing the art of waiting, because I didn't want to clutter my home with furniture just because I thought I have to. I wanted to see what life is going to bring and how is it going to evolve. Adapt to the situation that you have. See how you can use the things that you currently own and make them fit for the situation. More than likely, if you're going to move into a new apartment, there's a specific list that you have: a sofa, bed, shelf, and more than likely a desk will also appear on your list. It also allowed me time to figure out what size do I want, what kind of model do I want, but also the way I wanted to create and make the environment in my home. If I would have bought just any kind of model in a quick rush, it might didn't fit and I spent the money on something that I later regretted. This is also a path for me to make once good intentional decision. That's the power of the waiting period. It gives you clarity, intention, and awareness, but overall peace that not everything has to be addressed in the moment. Life will show you what it needs and adapt to the situation. Let's move on to point number 3. This point is all about adapting the system to your own life. It doesn't matter if a system is good. If it's not integrating or for your life tailored, it will not stick with you. So first, I want you to take a piece of paper or take your laptop, take some notes there. When you're figuring out what are these 3 categories, the best exercise is to write them down. So do exactly that. Pause the video if you need, or do it afterwards. So in priority 1, I want you to write everything that comes to your mind that will be necessary, non-negotiables. Once you have done that, do exactly the same for important and low priority or normal. Once you made that list, go back to each section, make a subcategory under priority, and do exactly the same for category 2 and 3. And then you will truly see if there is anything that can be moved from low priority to important, or exactly the opposite, from important to low priority, and so on. That will truly give you a reflection, but also an awareness. What is the matter in your life? Where do you see the struggle in identifying something? A big tip, if you're not sure if it's really a priority, put it one step down, or start even with the lower lifestyle spendings, because there we get caught. And that's one of the main reasons why I'm using this system, because no matter what I have on a low priority list, the priority and the important, they will go first no matter what. I have to get that money for something, or it needs to be addressed, and once that is fixed or worked on and completed, I can go on with the lifestyle spending. And that is a truly magnificent step that I could take and embrace through the waiting period as well. Now that you have the list completed, you gained clarity. What are the things that really matter in my life and where I prioritize and categorize them to? In a system, you would need some time frames. So for the category number 1, priorities, you will need to adapt to each individual situation, as they are your non-negotiables. Maybe a 24-hour time frame is good enough, or a 48-hour. For the second one, important, have a bit of reflection time, but not as restrictive. I can recommend you for 10 to 20 days is perfect. You're making sure that it's not just a moment decision you're doing, you're thinking about for a while, but be still intentional and clear in what you're getting. And for category number 3, low priority or normal, I usually have a time frame of 90 days or 30 days. So make the shift to whatever suits your life best or you want to work towards. Start with 30 days first and advance to 90 if you want to do something like a low by month. That can truly help you as well if you're taking the 90 days into consideration. But these are just guidelines. Maybe it suits you a shorter time. Categorizing your purchases isn't about perfection. Learning to wait will actually make you feel better. It gives you more intention, awareness, and peace. It makes you choose rather than feeling the need of action. You already make change. By prioritizing, deciding in which category they're going, you gain so much more than clarity. I hope you liked this video today, and if you're new here, my name is Nina, and on Ladies Mantle I embrace a minimalistic lifestyle, talk about finance as today and habits. If that's something you're interested in, follow along, and if you're already on my channel, thank you so much for your presence. Let me know in the comments what you think about this system. We see us the next time. Thank you. Bye bye.